Coming at you, the JoJo Show.
Can you see reflection in there?
Yeah.
All right.
Number 45. We've missed a few shows globally, nationally, locally, due to technical difficulties. We've been 2 weeks out, maybe 3. So we're coming at you tonight from beautiful downtown, a little chilly Denham Springs. What can I say, Little Joe? How have you been? Missing you.
Just to clear up the air. Hold on, Mike's missing. Just to clear up the air, I did not have the coronavirus. I don't care what anybody said. I did not have the coronavirus. I have not been outside the country. I haven't ventured outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the surrounding area. In over 3 months, I did not have the coronavirus. I don't care what anybody says. Now, having said that, hey, Joe, what's been going on? Like, for real, hey, what's been going on really in the real world? What's been going on?
Well, globally and nationally, I mean, it's the coronavirus.
It's the coronavirus. I'm sorry.
Now,
you can't. Go ahead, Joe.
Let me
go
ahead through it, and then I'll let you chime in because we got a lot of different angles, just like everybody else does. America has survived a lot of things. The flu is something we deal with yearly, seasonally. Stay calm, wash your hands often, use common sense when in public. American strong. 2001, anthrax was going to kill us. 2002, West Nile was going to kill us. 2003, SARS is going to kill us. Bird flu, 05, E. coli, watch out, 06. Bad economy was going to kill us all in 08. Swine flu, right around the corner in 09, was going to kill us all. BP oil is going to kill us all.
Hey, that's still a question that is debatable right there.
2011, Obamacare was going to kill us all. The end of the world, remember? That was 2012, was going to kill us all. The Rocket Man, 2013, when he was younger, was going to kill us all. Ebola, come on, was going to kill us in 14. Disney measles and ISIS were going to wipe us out all across the planet. 16, Zika, killing us. 17, fake news will kill you. 28, the migrant caravans are coming by the millions. We're going to kill us all. Measles were going to kill us all. And now coronavirus is going to kill us all. America strong.
Yeah, back up to 13.
It says 13. North Korea is going to kill us all.
No, okay, that's BS. What's the next one?
Mayan end of the world was going to kill us.
No, that was 2012. That was 2012.
Ebola, 14.
Yeah,
Zika,
keep
Zika,
going.
26. Obamacare, BPO, 2010.
Okay, I heard an Obamacare in there. I was like, you know what, dude? That's slowly killing us.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's slowly dying off.
Okay, yeah, that's slowly killing us.
Yeah, but I mean, we survived that.
Hold up, Joe.
What is?
But look, I got something to throw right there.
Give it
with
in
you.
there.
Okay, let's just say it's 100,000 infected with the coronavirus worldwide. It is not, as of today. It is, Joe, March 5th. This is Thursday night, 2020.
Yeah.
As of, let's just say it's 100,000 infected, which it is not. This is the whole world now. Now, if it's larger than this, by the time you see this, then yeah. But okay, here's something you got to think of. Only 5% of them, less than 5. I did the math today with the figure I had, the current figure as of today. If you divide that by the deaths or whatever, the actual deaths, or you do the percentage, it's like less, or it's right at 2.5%.
Wow.
Of the population that would get it. And then out of those, most of them are 75 or older, or already have like autoimmune diseases to where their immune system's not working properly.
Right.
And when they catch corona or they catch the flu or whatever, because they become sick and they'll die. 600, and this is the World Health Organization now.
Right.
650,000 people die of the regular flu.
Right.
Per year. Most of those people are 75 or older, or already have like immune deficiencies.
Yeah.
You get what I'm trying to say?
I mean, the key of it is everybody's telling you it's going crazy. I mean, it's affecting the oil. It's affecting the way we live. On the West Coast, they're telling you 60 years or older to stay inside. How are you going to go to work? I'm 65, okay? They're telling you to to stay inside, stop doing what you're doing. It's a fear. It's a fear that they're putting out there. Just stop everything what you're doing. The NCAA basketball games, the tournament, the Olympics are going to be affected. That's all money makers. You think they're going to play with empty gyms? They may have to, but the Olympics will still go on. It's a money-making machine. They're trying to stop governments or this, that, and the other, and it's spread. Everybody's got it. Every country's got it. This, that, and the other. And it's common sense, people. Common sense.
Hey, bro, I will say this. The dudes that got money right now are going to come out ahead in this.
Of course.
The dudes that are in debt right now, they're not going to come out ahead in this. I'm just saying, I'm just looking at it as a whole. The dudes that are in debt and like ain't got their shit together, they're not going to come out ahead of this.
I thought it was another kind of conspiracy, another kind of thing that was going to happen just to slow down the Trump train. And speaking of the Trump train, I mean, it's rolling right along, and now all the Democrats have got out. But go ahead.
First and foremost,
that's what I
dude,
thought.
The Democrat dude, if you're still voting, if you're still identifying as a Democrat right now, dude, you really, you have no clue. You have no clue, dude.
Or socialists.
You have no clue what's really going on out there.
Or socialists.
No, I'm sorry, dude. Wait. The Democrat Party is the socialist/communist party. This is not. These aren't bold new ideas. They're old new ideas. It's like the old saying. I didn't make that up. That's been a slogan forever because communism and socialism do not work.
So now you just have Bernie and Biden left, and they'll slug it out, I guess. And then if Bernie wins it, they'll steal it from Biden at the end. That's the way it's going to be. But Biden, I mean, he was calling it Super Thursday. They say he's onset dementia. And he mistaken some woman the other day for his wife. I mean, come on. And he's still touting the government that all the immigrants are going to get everything free.
Hey, one thing I wanted to touch on real quick. Let's back it up real quick.
Not homeless.
Dude, no. Listen. Let's get real. Anybody that's still watching us at this point, let's get real. Okay? So Elizabeth Warren now is gonna drop out the race or has dropped out the race.
She dropped out today.
Buttigieg.
He dropped out.
All the establishment guys that were there.
There's no women in it.
But dude, I know, but they're throwing everything behind Biden
Yeah.
to beat Sanders.
Yeah.
Dude, you could totally tell they're skewing the numbers, dude. Because okay, first of all, okay, let's back it up. Let's just say voting does matter.
Yeah.
On the grand scheme of things.
Right.
Dude, there's no way Biden is so out of touch with anything.
Yeah.
Much less voters, much less young voters. They're not going to think he's hip and he's cool now. See, Obama, you could look at him and be like, oh, he's hip, he's cool, he's like one of us.
Right.
You can't do that with Biden because
No.
you couldn't do that with Hillary, but you could do that with Trump.
Yeah, you
could
can
do that with Trump.
I mean, Donald J. is the man. Come on, let's face it. He's everywhere. He does try to do everything. He loves America. He embraces it. He has his way of tweeting and has his way of cutting everybody down. But 24/7, 365, from Hollywood down to the colleges, are just knocking in and slamming him. And look at the economy. Look at the way it's rolling. He'll get us out of this.
No. Let me listen. If you watch this show, I've never fully endorsed any candidate or whatever. Okay, so what did you just say again?
The economy.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Say, bruh, the national debt is up. The budget deficit is up.
Yeah.
Everything's up. Yeah, the economy's up, but now this coronavirus, look, it's like it's coming back. We're losing the gains.
Yeah.
I'm under the opinion that this was all done by design for the elite rich to just get richer.
Yeah, Big Pharma.
I'm sorry, dude.
Big
no,
Pharma?
just everybody.
Everybody.
The whole insurance, industrial complex, the military, just everything. It's like the whole, oh, yeah. One thing I wanted everybody, our listening audience, the people that are watching us right now, check this out. Now, the conspiracy web is just abound with all kind of theories.
Come
right?
on with it. I've been waiting
all right,
for
now
that
look,
conspiracy.
So I'm going to tell you my humble opinion. Okay, so 5G goes live in Wuhan,
Yeah.
or was trying to go live in Wuhan in the powers that be did not want that to happen.
Well, that's a good thing.
How's that?
That's a good thing.
I
That's
don't
one
know.
way to look
I
at
don't
it.
think not. I think China should get it first. You know
Yeah.
why? Let them cook their society. Let them deal with the problems of the whole 5G, all the radiation and stuff like that. Let them see what it does to that country first. I bet they run away from it. I
Yeah.
bet they fight a war to get out of it.
Well, I hope so.
You watch
because
what I'm
5G
telling you.
is going to fry
Yeah,
your brains.
5G,
we
dude.
don't need it. We have
Yeah.
enough technology as it is. There's going
I
to be
don't care,
satellites
dude.
crashing out there in space and then landing right on top of you.
You
while
ain't
you're out
seen
there
us-
barbecuing.
You ain't seen us in a month.
At least.
Okay, that's great. Whatever the issue was, we're back now.
Back
And
to it.
You got to look at this thing as like as like a whole. It's like this is, to me, in my humble opinion, it's still at the end of the day the United States doing this to China.
Wow.
I'm dead
That's
serious.
a slant.
I,
That's not that's not a rant. That's a slant. And to just think about it, people. Mark, people who watch us, Gabe, who send us stuff, Mr. Jimmy, think about it. Think about it. If you know what we've been talking about, if you know what 5G is, think about it. And
that's
you
just
know,
me, dude. Like I look, you can poo poo me all you want. I've watched everything. You know, I'm up on these things, and I'm telling you, bro. I think it's some like Intel psyop against China, from the Western powers, not just the United
that'd
States.
be great. I mean, we don't need
I
it.
don't see. I don't to unleash coronavirus to the whole world, dude. No.
Yeah, I mean,
Where's
just
your
to
head
start,
at? Are you crazy?
it started in January. It started in
Dude,
China. They
that's-
don't even give China
That's
numbers
germ
anymore.
warfare. It's not chemical warfare. It's germ warfare.
Germ warfare. I understand that.
That's
we
not.
we
That's
said
not
that
right.
before.
That's not no
another
Geneva.
bioweapon.
That's not no Geneva Convention. I mean,
No.
stuff as far as I know.
I mean, the poor, the sick, the
You can't
elderly.
do
I
that.
mean, just go ahead and annihilate them and get them off with a disease
No, but you-
and just
But
the
in
flu.
international, just for the sake of the grace of God or whatever, you can't do that.
No,
You
no,
can't do that.
no.
That's like totally like
it's a
off
genocide
limits.
if they're going to do it, and everybody's making money off of it, from the hand sanitizer people all the way up into the airports, everything like that, hotels, plywood. Plywood went up $10 a sheet just because, in my business, just because they can't stack the China birch and because of the coronavirus and the manufacturing plants where all the plywood comes out of China.
Not only that, dude, I was watching, people were posting stuff. You know, I don't know how true it is. I don't live in some of these areas or whatever, but it's like people are posting stuff and like selling stuff on eBay for like triple the amount, like hand sanitizer and mask and wipes and all
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Tyvek suits and those the suits.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, just gouging people. And I'm like, wait a minute, dude, this ain't right. It's like,
We talked about the caravan.
but you know, but hey, that's the old capitalist supply and demand stuff.
yeah,
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm
With
saying.
under
People are
communism
getting
and
rich.
socialism, you wouldn't have got a damn thing.
All right, let's turn it around real quick because we got other stuff to go on. We're trying to keep it within our
Nah, dude,
same
we're
new
good.
format,
We're-
15-20.
No,
but I
we're
mean,
good.
bottom line is the caravan. The caravan people still coming over across the border and the border security. You don't need an ID, but will you get checked for coronavirus, or you just come on in anyway? You know what I'm saying? You don't need an ID. You're going to get free housing, free education, but are they going to check the
Hey,
immigrants coming across
you
the
know,
border for the coronavirus?
I'm glad you brought that up because you don't hear a good gosh darn diddly thing about that anymore.
yeah.
You don't hear a gosh
What?
darn about that anymore.
Well, Bernie wants to subsidize them with your tax dollar, with
Okay.
your savings, with your
It's
401k.
safe to
he wants
say
to take everything away
that
from
Bern
you.
is a loon. I'm just making sure that I'm telling you they're gonna snub Bernie. They're gonna snub Bernie and put it all to Biden. Now, listen. Here is something that I've picked up just in my lifetime. This is a JoJo original. Right after you lose, what is that big primary? Is that the New Hampshire primary or something like that? What was the big primary on the East Coast or something? God, well, now I
It's
can't
New
think of it.
Hampshire. I mean, it starts.
No,
it starts
but okay,
in Iowa.
but one of the early primaries he lost, and it's like usually after that, the money will flow, downhill or whatever. It's like to the winner, but like in this case, like it all started going to Biden like really early.
Yeah.
Like just the whole narrative was swinging toward Biden. I'm like thinking to myself, dude, Ukrainian Joe?
Yeah.
Ukrainian Joe, dude, it's like when do Americans the average Americans or even, below average
How
or whatever
can you-
wake up to be like, dude, this dude is corrupt as
I
all
gave
get
all
out.
my money to him.
Exactly. It's
To
like,
Mayor
dude,
Pete?
and that's another thing. Dude, we're moving fast here.
Yeah.
Tom Steyer spent $252 million hold up. And then Michael Bloomberg,
More.
spent like $600 million.
Burning
Dude,
cash.
that's like $1.5 billion on trying to just get their name out there. It's like, what?
Well, Bloomberg said
What?
today he's giving all his money to beat Trump. He's forming a committee. He's forming a program to beat Trump, and that's where
Wait,
it's at.
who?
Everybody,
Who?
Bloomberg.
Bloomberg's gone.
Well, but he's throwing. He's making something else. To
Like
produce
a
to
PAC,
be,
like a
yeah,
super PAC or
yeah,
something?
he's trying to
Yeah.
get somebody.
That sounds like, that
backing
sounds
to
about
that.
right.
Okay, when you say that, and we get back to it, I mean, you said something. Ukraine Joe. They're going to bring all that Burisma Holdings stuff up. They're going to put Hunter up. And then they even got Hillary coming up to subpoena her. And the judge said that was all malarkey when she skated around the Benghazi thing and the email and the smashing of the Blackberries and everything else. She's going to be under subpoena. She's going to have to testify. They're going to bring her here. They don't know when, next couple of months, this and that. But she's coming up under the grill again. And this time she won't be able to skirt it. And they think that maybe she may get under indictment and everybody else around that thing. What do you think about that?
Yeah, dude. Listen. What a
That's
great...
not cleaning the swamp.
Listen,
That's what they did
no,
a couple of years ago.
What a great day for America that would be.
Yeah.
What a great day in America that would be.
Yeah.
But this current apparatus that got a hold of America a long time ago, dude, they ain't gonna go quietly.
Okay, what about Chuck Schumer? Just came out a couple of days ago, and he said, hey, look, y'all unleashed a whirlwind. You better watch your, he said in no uncertain terms, you better watch your back. He's talking about Kavanaugh, and he's talking about another Supreme Court judge, saying that they better watch their back if they do something against this Louisiana abortion law here that's going through the Supreme Court now. And John Roberts, the head of the Supreme Court, who stood as referee on the last impeachment thing, said, hey, look, you can't say that. You're going to be censored and stuff like that. And Schumer came out with some kind of wet blanket apology. I guess you can say anything about anything, president, whether it be you're going to kill him, assassinate him. Everybody wants to do it in Hollywood, much less people probably on the street. And then you can say anything about Supreme Court judges and stuff like that if you're in the Senate and get away with it. I'm all for term limits. I don't know if it'll ever happen. What do you think?
The CIA has been controlling the Democrat Party for God knows how long. Like, this is it. Okay. Dude, I'm moving fast because things are moving fast.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Democrat Party and the Republican Party were long co-opted by the rich and powerful elite and CIA and all that stuff. So what if everybody just quit voting for Republican and Democrat and not even independent? I'm telling you, like, go find some way offshoot party and give them more votes. Like, for real. Because the system as it is between the Republican, Democrat, Bloods and Crips, as I call them, it's the Bloods and the Crips. It really is.
Yeah.
It's the Blood. They're all criminals.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Okay, so you get rid of that whole apparatus by, like, almost like a vote of, like, no confidence. So don't vote for any of them.
Yeah.
Register independent and go vote for a, there's
Pedro.
Hey, no, there's the Communist Party. Yes, there is a Communist Party in America.
There always has
Socialist Party, straight up socialist, not Bernie Sanders style socialist.
Yeah.
These guys are actually calling themselves
Yeah.
socialists.
Yeah.
And one thing, we're moving fast. Bernie Sanders is an absolute fraud. He really is, because he knew they weren't going to give him the nomination.
The first time.
It's getting cold out here. He knew they weren't going to give him the nomination. Yes, the first time and the second time.
Yeah.
Is he going to give back those campaign donations?
No.
No.
How about all the others?
Yeah, no. It's
that
a
just
big
dropped out.
Well, I mean,
Steyer and Bloomberg,
Yeah,
they tried to
but
buy.
and
They
then
tried to buy the nomination.
Yeah, but they're getting reimbursed. There's a darker force at work trying to get Biden in the White House.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they can't stand that Trump got in, and he's likely to get in another 4 years if he makes it that long. I got a good feeling that the general forces are from Hollywood to all these Democrats and stuff like that. But people, there is a lot of people out there that still believe in America the way it was, and you can't really go back on it now. They got people on TV commercials, the same sex kissing each other. They got all these people and all these other groups out there in the West Coast, Northwest United States, just knocking people down. If you have a Trump hat on, they got Antifa, whatever that is, and then then you have the South. You got to deal with the people in the South. You got to deal with the people on the East Coast. You got to deal with the people in the Midwest who think pro-Trump or who think no Trump. So I mean, it's something that you have to wake up and think about America and think about your children's future. I think we ought to change the subject and get down to baseball. Everybody knows what happened to the Astros. They cheated, so they say. There's documentation that they did. MLB has dropped the ball on it. The Astros are being thrown at. They're being ridiculed, booed, and everything. They brought it to their own being. I'm just going to say it looks like it's going to be the Dodgers and the Yankees this year. They're the best teams money can buy. LSU starts spring football practice here within the next couple of weeks.
We are not talking football.
Right. Okay.
We're not talking football all the way until August.
Okay.
That's the punishment for that I inflicted on myself. I am not talking about football until
Can't even talk about the draft?
the third week of August.
Well, the draft's coming up. Well, anyway, in basketball.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about the draft.
Okay. Well, Zion Williamson is tearing it up for the Pelicans. I mean, he's going to be Rookie of the Year. I saw him the other night against LeBron. I don't watch much NBA, but I like the rookie kid, and he's coming out in a flash in a pan, and he's pushing the right buttons, and he is a force to be dealt with, Gabe. People like that who like the NBA out there. Spike Lee said that it's a racist thing that ESPN is keeping him out of the studio.
Spike Lee is full of absolute malarkey,
Spike
dude.
is always,
oh my God.
Do the right thing, Spike,
Oh,
and
man,
quit being a
dude.
racist because you are a racist. Quit saying racist because you are a racist. If it
dude,
walks
you
like
just-
a duck, talks like a duck, smells like a duck,
Yeah, just
it is a duck.
don't even quote that.
Yeah.
Don't even quote that.
Yeah, but I mean,
Oh, man.
bottom line is that's from an old show where you
I want to get back to Biden real quick.
get back
Dude.
to old Crazy Joe or
Dude, is he
Creepy
not-
Joe.
Dude,
By the time he's elected, he'll
listen.
be 80 years
Wait,
old.
no. Let me get serious real quick. Now, look. Hopefully, if you watch this show, but if you don't, let's go through this, slowly, because there's a lot of people that just don't know this stuff. Biden is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations. Okay, now combine them with the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Commission. You have like governing bodies over the globe that aren't they're transnational. They aren't like for a country. They're for an interest in countries. You got the Council on Foreign Relations,
Yeah,
and then you got the Bilderberg Group.
yeah.
And then you got the Trilateral Commission. And those are like the governing bodies outside of the governing bodies. You get what I'm trying to say? They're made up of members of countries. And so they have these members of these commissions of these rich business interests all over the world, And they pretty much make the laws and appoint the people and get the people elected and stuff like that. The Council on Foreign Relations, the Bilderberg Group, and the Trilateral Commission. And it's made up of a whole bunch of, top dog government officials from around the world. And, and they're there to serve the rich big business interest of the world.
It makes the world
But
go
no,
around.
but
money.
see, that's what I'm saying. But okay, so Biden is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations because that's the only way he'd have got to this point.
Right.
But he's so corrupt. It really makes you wonder. So Biden is the best they could throw and try to convince the American people like Biden's a good guy?
Yeah,
Come on, dude.
yeah.
He's a career politician. He's a complete slime ball.
Yeah,
You
man,
know?
he's been a corrupt guys ever
Oh,
since he's been
dude.
in. I mean, just the stuff he's pulled. Okay, whatever happened to the Epstein thing too? Coronavirus.
Nothing.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
Lane Maxwell. Hey, where in the world is just Lane Maxwell? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
Or
yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Dude, but you know, we've covered this on the show. Maybe you haven't seen the show, and that's fine. But her dad was big time Israeli Mossad something or another.
Her dad.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Yeah, Ghislaine
Well,
Maxwell.
you know, and it's coming out. You see all these executives, the college executives, deans, executives of big companies, this, that, people in Disney, all with this sex trafficking and pedophiles and stuff like that. I mean, it's so corrupt, and you couldn't even get Epstein. You got Weinstein, but you couldn't get Epstein.
Yeah, you had to throw the
You know, it
bones.
seemed
You had
like
to-
the Steens
yeah.
are having a rough go.
Somebody,
at it,
yeah,
you know?
like they were the bone they threw to the wolves. You know, what I'm
And
saying?
everybody think this guy Weinstein was a god. Meryl Streep said he was a god. Barbara Streisand, all this stuff and this and that, and he turned out to be a creep and a pervert. And how you still pull for that? It's just money. You can be a creep and a pervert if you
It's-
have all the money.
It's cognitive dissonance, and you know what it is. Like, people just aren't paying attention.
People don't care,
No.
like on the movie.
I wouldn't
Nobody
say
cares.
that, but why do they not care? Because it felt like their vote has been, or their whatever has been like taken from. But I will say this, dude, about the whole voting process. At this point, like, I don't really think voting matters anymore.
Well,
you know,
it's all corrupt. How are you going to vote?
Because of the two-party system.
Yeah.
And until we get the two-party system out of power and like really see who the, you know, like what we should restore ourselves should restore the country too. It's like we'll never, you know, they'll never relinquish control in a quiet fashion.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you know, there's a lot of Latinos that are pro-Trump, but down there in South Texas, you know where I'm talking about, Alice on below down to Laredo, the Latinos were trying to vote Republican. They weren't even on the ballot.
Yeah, that's more of that, like I said, that instability. It's like, you know, the other party is there to to like create instability.
Oh, then,
You know what I'm saying?
getting back to Crazy Joe, they say South Carolina was won by Joe. Joe won it with a landslide,
Dude,
but there
but-
was a lot of votes that were bought by
Really,
dude,
dude.
the blacks.
I know, dude, but dude, that whole cringeworthy. Hold up, Joe. That whole cringeworthy video we are now about to show. Go. Joe, was
Yeah.
that not the most cringeworthy thing
Man.
you've ever seen, dude?
The Beastie Boys, Backstreet Boys.
yeah,
It
please
would have
don't.
been better with
No.
the Beastie Boys.
No, dude, that'll never happen. The
Yeah.
Beastie Boys wouldn't have stooped to that level.
Well, you
So
don't know. Public Enemy
No.
did.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Public Enemy and Bloomberg and
Or no,
Flavor
was it?
Flav.
I thought it was Sanders.
Yeah, it was Sanders.
Sanders. It was
yeah,
Sanders.
It was Sanders. And
Yeah.
then Flavor Flav didn't go along when they
Yeah,
finally
you
fired,
know,
fired him from Public Enemy.
I guess when you're like feel like you have no opposition, you have to join that opposition for a check. You
Yeah,
know?
man.
You know, like
I mean, you know,
the
Chuck,
Democrats are the worst. I'm
Chuck D is
sorry.
50, 60 years old.
and he ain't figured it out by now.
Yeah, man. Come on.
Oh, dude.
That's too much.
I
And
know.
like I say, the world goes round and things keep going on. I think we need to wrap it up. We did the Biden thing. We did the coronavirus thing. The best thing for coronavirus is cover your mouth, wash your hands, watch what you're doing. Don't be around people that are sick.
I will say this. I mean, if I remember to do this, but if I will say this, check some links below. I want, you know, now you can't trust anything you're getting out of China, but there's a little dude, you know, he went and checked out China and stuff like that, and yeah, from what he's showing, yeah, no, that ain't no joke.
Yeah,
no
and-
joke.
and there's-
but
Go ahead.
China can shut down their whole country if they want.
Yeah, and I mean, what about the Hong Kong protests? Whatever happened to that? Coronavirus, huh?
Yeah.
And then there was even people that were shying away from drinking Corona And then that's true too. How
Bro.
Corona sucks anyway.
And-
You got to put a lime in it, but for those I don't want to offend, Austin people
listen,
like
bro,
that who
listen,
drink
listen,
the Corona
listen.
light.
There's still all kind of weird abnormalities that you're hearing on alternative media or media that's coming out from other countries that say that it's banned or whatever. Whether or not you believe that or not, you can't. Here we are again. You cannot trust your alphabet news agencies at this point.
No,
dude.
man.
You'd have to like go finding that stuff kind of on your own from other sources at this point, because they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you what's really going on.
No, believe it, and you've got to see it, you got to feel it, you got to taste it. That's where it's at.
I still sit behind that. Even the people that are infected, it's not going to be more than 5% that
Well, I
die.
hope not.
That die.
I hope not,
You know?
unless they blanket the
The
whole.
other ones will get over it like it's the common flu.
Yeah, well, unless they blanket the air system or whatever, the air that you're breathing right here in downtown Denham with chemtrails full of coronavirus, I mean, you'll never know. You'll never know. They would just wipe out a whole section, much less with 5G. I'd like to give some shout-outs, especially to Lance Corporal Heath Mendoza, stateside in Kansas. He's on leave. I wish we could get him on, but I've heard that he's doing his thing while he's off, and we really appreciate what you've done for us over there in Japan, and Godspeed to you when you go back, wherever you go back. I believe you'll probably go back to Japan. I'd like to give some shout-out to Kane Taylor in Kansas City, Missouri. Keep it up. 6-month anniversary for him and his girlfriend, Kate. Like those pictures. Keep them coming. And I'd like to give a shout-out to the demographic from California all the way down to Key West, Florida, Ashley. And all up Florida, cousin Joanne in Texas. Reed was at LSU. My great-nephew was running at LSU indoor track meet this weekend for the 9-year-olds. I heard he did real well. I'd like to give a shout-out to my grandsons, Darian and Richard in Victoria, Texas, and Ethan. Baseball right around the corner. We need to get the little guy on the air. What else you got, Joe? Shout-outs. What else you got? Kudos, thanks, anything. We've been a while. A month.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thanks to anybody that's watching at this point.
Yeah. Well, great. I mean, and then look,
We're way over time.
But anyway, we love coming to you. It's been a long time. We're going to edit this and try to get it out. That's sometimes it gets to the editing room and we realize some technical difficulties and we don't get it out fast enough, but we're always thinking about you. And again, like I say, the demographic, we love each and every one of y'all, those who comment, those who don't, those who watch. I saw one show we did back in May had 110 views, which is a great thing. At least more than just 25 people who subscribe or 30 people plus who subscribe are watching the show. But vote, American. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I think things are right, and they're all in it for themselves. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, just vote for your children and your grandchildren if you can possibly figure that out. I don't think Ukraine Joe and Socialist Bernie. They had a show the other day. Some guys from America went down to Cuba. They waited 3.5 hours to get something to eat. They waited 4 hours to get a gallon of gas, and then the pump shut down. So that's socialism for you. And then Bernie wants to tout and praise Fidel. I don't know, man.
Dude, Bernie knows they're not going to give him the nomination.
Okay.
He's scamming these people, bro.
He's just getting all this money.
He's scamming these people because once they knock him out the way, then he's not going to give back the money. Yeah. But he'll throw his weight behind Biden. You watch.
Yeah.
You watch.
Yeah, man.
You watch what'll happen.
And they'll split the money.
Peace.
Love y'all. We'll see y'all again. As always. Good night.